Hey, sixth graders. In this video today, I just want to go through what the activities are that you're going to work on to make sure we're on the same page with the directions of what I want you to accomplish. That will not take too long. Oops, as I hit something there. And then the second thing I want to go over is this virtual lab, this virtual erosion lab, if you get to it. Okay. All right, so let's just get into kind of the priority of what things need to get done here today. So, the first thing is that digital worksheet that we've been working on with the link to the slide deck right at the top. If you are not done with that, that needs to get done first. That is priority number one. If you are not done with it when class ends, it is homework over the long weekend. It needs to be done by the time you come to class on Monday. Secondly, when you're done with that, you will then play the Kahoot that we did in class yesterday. We didn't get through the whole thing. Each class got to about question 16 or 17. You're going to play that whole Kahoot on your own. And it is for a grade, but it's not a complete accuracy grade. You have to score 50% or higher on that. 50% or higher. And then you would get a completion grade of 100%. So if you don't score 50%, retake it. Okay? Retake it. You'll have to put in a different name, just like add like a number 1 at the end of your name or something like that. It'll make you put a different name in, but retake it until you get over 50%. Okay? You have to do that on your own. That is not together. Do that on your own, independent work for that Kahoot. The third thing is a Glacier Edpuzzle. It's not posted in Google Classroom. Go to the Edpuzzle site. When you're at the Edpuzzle site, click on it. You'll see it there. It's glaciers. Okay. It's really important because glaciers are a huge deal here in Ohio. They've shaped the landscape as well as the greatest natural resource we have in this area, Lake Erie. And so it's really important for you to understand a little bit more about glaciers. So the Edpuzzle will do that. Again, this would be independent work. You should not be doing this with anyone else. If you don't finish the Edpuzzle before class ends, it will be homework, not due Monday, but due Tuesday by the end of advisory at 8:15 on Tuesday. All right, if you get through all of that, which many of you might because lots of you are already done with the digital worksheet, the digital worksheet, excuse me. So if you're done with all of that, there is a virtual erosion lab link in Google Classroom. I'm going to walk you through that now. If you, let's say this. Pause the video, work on all that other stuff first. If you finish all that stuff first and there's still time left in class, come back to the video here, unpause me, and listen about how to do the video or how to do the lab. Otherwise, if you end up not getting to this lab, there's no point to watching the next 5 minutes of the video. You can do it later next week because it is not homework. We're going to just try to get this done in class. So pause the video, work on digital worksheet, the Kahoot, the Edpuzzle, and then come back to the video to this mark here and go ahead and listen about how to use the lab. All right. If I don't see you soon, I'll see you on Monday. Have a great long weekend. Okay. All right. So if you're still watching, you've come back because you're ready for this virtual erosion lab. You can work on this with someone else if they're done with everything else, though. They got to be done with your other work first, okay? But you can work with someone else. All right, it's called Virtual Weathering and Erosion Lab here in Google Classroom. When you click it, it's called Walter's Travels. Okay, so let's go and see Walter. I'm going to turn my sound down because it has sound to it, and I don't want to disrupt what we're doing. All right, it's embedded on this site here. Give it a good 30 seconds to load. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that it looks like it's for little kids. The graphics do, his voice does, but it only takes to about the second slide, and you're going to start to notice, oh, this isn't really for little kids. This is perfectly middle schoolish. The graphics are a little bit juvenile, but what he's saying and the vocabulary he is using is exactly what we're studying, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. Move past the fact that he's got like that weird hat on and he's going to sound weird, okay? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to work your way through this lab. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay? You go through, he gives you a bunch of information. Once you go through that, it's going to take you through a couple of different steps. And as you complete each of the steps and learn a little bit more about weathering and erosion, you'll get green check marks. Let me just show you. It's kind of highlighting here for you by pulsing up and down. To click this computer that looks like it was made when I was in elementary school back in 1990. Okay. And now he's going to go through and he's going to talk about some different terms of different things as he goes through this. Okay. I'm skipping through it. Don't skip through it. If you skip through it, you're going to have a hard time actually completing any of the tasks because the information is going to help you. Okay. All right. For this one, you're just choosing the weathering factor that caused the change depicted. So they show you picture one and it turns into this. So you might say, oh, that's caused because of wind erosion. Okay, and abrasion. So I click and drag it over to the arrow. If I got it right, it'll say done. If I don't get it right, this button won't pop up. It also shows that didn't show it to you. Oh, not yet. When you complete the whole activity, you'll get a score of like 100 points or something like that. Okay. All right, so I hit done. Yeah, I'm the best. Okay. Oops, and I got hit done again. That gives me another one. Put it on there. It's done. Yep, I'm the best. Hit it twice. Okay. Put it up there. Yep. Yep, I'm great. We know. And then, oh boy, I wonder what that is. There's only a picture of a volcano there. Yeah, of course. And it gives some information about volcano. Again, important to read this stuff. Okay. I'll give you a couple more. All right. Notice over here, there's a green check mark because I'm done. I completed it. Okay. Oops. Oh, I don't want to do it again. Okay. And I'm done with it. Can I move back on here? I've never used this to be able to move back. Can I move back? I don't know if I can move back. Okay. Anyways, that's the gist of what it is that you're doing. Okay. With this. At the very end, they have this exciting game where you have a car and you have to look out for the boulders that from a landslide or a rock slide, I guess it would be. Okay. And you have to avoid them. And then there's checkpoints where you have to answer questions. And the more questions you answer, the longer you last, the more score you get. If you answer questions wrong, you end up getting eliminated and your score is pretty low. So if you get to that part and you're doing that today and you get what you think would be a high score and you want to send me a screenshot and we'll see who can get the highest score, let's go for it for like some champ stickers or a herd ticket or something. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and work on this. There's no papers or anything to fill out. Okay. Just work your way through it to get some more information. I will be back Monday. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you then.